Hey everybody, this is Miss G, 50 Shades of Glow coming at you. I'm out here, not a good background, but when I get home, I'm like zonked and I have like crazy, crazy things to do. But 50 Shades of Glow, Glam Lux Travels, where I will assist you to travel to the motherland and other places. So I wanted to give everyone a PSA today, a very serious PSA. So do me a favor, like and share this with your friends that you know are traveling shortly. And this also especially goes to my, it doesn't matter really who it goes to, but because it's important for everyone. But my solo travelers and my travelers over 50, that can be the most vulnerable. But even families, when you have children or groups and you are in a country you don't know about, I want y'all to proceed with extreme caution. And really and truly, if this is your first trip out of the country or to that country, do not book Airbnb. Do not book an Airbnb type or Airbnb because the new thing is criminals making an AI type listing. And when you get to the location or the Airbnb does not exist. That happened to me and my girlfriend Colette when we traveled from, we were coming back from the coast, Malindi, to Nairobi. And I do a lot of research. And the Airbnb was, well, it was through booking.com, but booking.com, I'm not blaming booking.com and I'm not blaming Airbnb because these thieves, their technology is so far in advance that by the time these companies find out, they've done a lot of damage. So I'm not blaming the companies at all. When I called booking.com, they were great and they wanted to rectify the situation immediately. But just beware, if you are traveling, this is a tip, this is a hack, a travel tip. If you are traveling to a country for the first time or even a second time, it really doesn't matter at this moment unless you know the property, you have seen the property, or you have a trusted realtor that has seen, put hands on it, has shown you video of the property. Because in my case, we traveled to Nairobi. I had researched the property. We were going to stay at the hotel that we ended up staying at anyway. But I said, oh, this seems like a nice place. It's in Westlands. That's like the it place. And it was larger than we wanted it to be, but it was a really good price. Watched a really good price. And so we booked it. And I was in communication with the supposedly host, the owner. The day that we arrived to the an hour before we're supposed to arrive to the property. We get off the plane in the heat. And I reach out because I noticed I had not received any onboarding or entry instructions to get into the property. So I reached out to the host and said, "Hey, we're here. We're trying to get an Uber, but it's not specifying the exact location. And I know, some places, especially in Africa, they don't have addresses, or it may have been, another name at one point. So I reached out and I said, "Hey, we don't see the exact location for the Uber. Can you confirm exactly the address?" But they advertised like it was like the veranda, whatever, like it was an apartment building, an apartment, like they had pictures and everything, drop dead gorgeous pictures and everything. So, and when I pulled it up on the map, it had a pin, but the exact address when we called for an Uber, could not give us like the exact location when we wanted to get an Uber. When I researched it and looked at the map, it was a pin. But when we called an Uber to get to the exact location, it could not give us the exact location. So people, beware, beware, beware. This is a PSA from your girl Glow, your travel and lifestyle consultant with GlampluxTravels.com. It's not a shameless plug. Come on. Let me assist you in your travel needs. But seriously, and then I just received a call from a friend of mine. They just traveled. They're kind of neighbors of mine in Malindi, and they were going to get a place. Online, the pictures were absolutely drop dead gorgeous at the beach, the whole nine. The price was, reasonable, but within it didn't show up any triggers. And the same thing happened to them in a whole different place. They get there and they cannot reach the host that day. Then they happen to send someone on the ground to try to find the place. Could not find it. When they did finally find it, it was not near the beach. It was in the middle, basically at a bush. It was almost like a house that they started working on or may have just been abandoned. So what you run into in a lot of these countries, abandoned homes or absentee landlords. And maybe a lot of people that own these nice homes probably had resources and money at one time, may not be able to get not back into the country, but they're not in the country or at the house as much as they used to be. They may have hired a caretaker, and the caretaker, if the owner is not like interactive every day, the people that they entrusted to watch the house or maintain the house or manage the house is not doing it. So the house becomes in disrepair. And there are also people that will go and, knowing that the house is empty, go and take pictures or find old pictures of the house and post them, and then try to rent the house or sell the house. So beware of that in your travels, but also beware, because I know a lot of people are so excited about Ghana and land and everything, and that is the next thing. And I'm not shading Africa. It's just a place that, again, like I said, I concentrate my travel on. So I'm giving y'all just tips and PSAs and FYIs that I highly suggest that you do not purchase land in the continent of Africa unless you are connected, you have family, and you know that that land and that title has a free and clear deed. Because the other scams that's going on is people knowing that if you are from the UK or the US, and this whole wave of, the black expats coming into the country, and we're excited. And, when Kamala was really not, in the picture, we was trying to get our plan B in, that they are taking advantage and they were selling land like 20 times over. So knowing that unless you are living there, you may come and visit every year, twice a year. So you don't know what's going on with that property. So they're going to sell it to someone else and pull up fake documents. So that's why I made it a point. One, you have to get an attorney. Do not rely on the friend that you know or whatsoever. Oh, I know this person, you can get a good deal. Oh, this. No, 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 no. Any transaction that real estate transaction that you decide to do in any country, it doesn't matter, and you're not there, make sure that transaction is through an attorney, okay? And the other party has an attorney, not the chief, not a friend, not, do not. I know 3 people that's been burned and they're chasing their money and they don't even own the dirt. When I said I'm going to spend my hard-earned money, I want to leave after I give this transfer my money into their account. I want to have a key and a door, not a pile of dirt that is just setting up a whole ton of headaches that y'all don't want. I know a lot of people envision this whole glorious thing, oh, I'm building a home in Africa. That sounds really, really fly. But the reality of it, it could be a total nightmare because you're not there. And that could be in any country. Any country. Do not. So starting with number one, when you're visiting, please. My friend told me that when they went to research, because it was a picture of a host and everything, and it was a woman, and he said when he went and dug for the host, he found out it was an AI generated picture. And he said the pictures of the house, some pictures were right on and some pictures were totally off, but these people may have got pictures of the house when the house was at its prime, and they're renting the house knowing, and the house was nowhere near the beach. It was in the middle of the bush. So just to give y'all a heads up, watch the AI stuff, and do not book your first trip out of the country and go to an Airbnb. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do a hotel first, get familiar with the area, and talk to people to see what you can, when you come back, a place that you can stay. Do not book an Airbnb type of lodging. The first time you go, you're going to get burned. I'm not saying you may get burned. You will probably get burned. And you don't want to be stranded at the airport. You don't want to be out of $1,000-something, and then you can't get it back, and then you got to come up with more money to go and rebook something. So that is my tip of the day. Have a great Wednesday. This is Miss G, 50 Shades of Glow with Glam Lux Travels. Trying to hook y'all up. Take care. Bye.